President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi inaugurated on Saturday the second edition of Turathna, or Our Heritage exhibition, showing traditional art products and handicrafts from different Egyptian governorates. President el-Sisi was accompanied by Prime Minister Mustafa Madbouli, Trade Industry Minister Niveen Gema, Information Minister Osama Heikel, among others. The exhibition is organized by the state's Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises Development Agency and is scheduled for the 10th to 15th of October. The event is held under the patronage of the President at Egypt International Exhibition Center in the 5th Settlement District of New Cairo. The exhibition, which is being held for the second year in a row, targets providing all means of support for heritage industries and handicraft sector to expand the promotion of ancient Egyptian arts and to make their products available at commercial prices through the exhibition to encourage their spread and increase their distinctive production. Presidential spokesman Bassam Rodi said that more than 600 exhibitors nationwide are participating in the 2020 edition. While touring a number of displayed products, President el-Sisi vowed to support and surmount all obstacles that face the industry so as to make a great leap in this sector. The President told the craftspeople that he had been discussing with the Trade Minister setting up marketing companies to brand their products.
These were more information about the Our Heritage or Turathna exhibition, which took place on Saturday and was inaugurated by President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi himself at the EIEC, or the Egypt International Exhibition Center at the 5th Settlement. And today I'm honored, as I said in the beginning, we have engineer Mohamed Kamel Morsi, the development planning expert, who will be telling us more about we did see the challenges and the support of the government to the challenges of this sector. But we have main challenges, and one of the main challenges is to be marketing those handicrafts and marketing those products internationally, not just within Egypt. How do you see this step?
I think it's a very challenging step. I think that the marketing of the handcrafts or building the Made in Egypt brand is a challenging, is a big challenge. It is very doable. We have a lot of talents. We have our strong identity and strong history behind the name. So I think that with our talents, with the government efforts, we will be able to build the Made in Egypt. We already have a number of products, including the Egyptian cotton, that is well recognized all across the world. Yes. So leveraging this and building on that brand and building out the Made in Egypt brand is doable, and we can overcome this challenge.
Yes, we did see the support of the government, as you said, Engineer Mohamed Kamel, the support given by the government to this sector. And I would like to be having more information about the growth of the economy. How can it be attained, or how can this sector be adding to the growth of the economy in the upcoming years?
I think that the growth of the economy cannot be done by only one single sector. Yes. But it has to be done by all the sector in the same time. Mm-hmm. This sector, or the small type of companies, or the handicrafts, I think is a very important contribution. I would say first to the unemployment and creation of jobs, but to the actual economy. The significant contribution, we'll see it in when we really have very strong brands going internationally. So if we can see countries like like Italy or France, yes, where they do have the Made in Italy or Made in France type of brands, and we see with this identity billions of euros and contribution to their economies. Yes. So I think by building this strong brand, by having or identifying the strong talents or the best qualities that we have, we can create this made in Egypt. We can create this existence across the global economy.
Mm-hmm. Yes, and one important question is President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi is always speaking and always encouraging the startups and the entrepreneurs here in Egypt and giving out loans through the banks. How do you think the number of startups in Egypt have increased under the tenure of President al-Sisi?
I think there is a significant increase in the number of startups and entrepreneurs in the last few years. And I think that President Sisi is giving a big focus and a big directions to the government as well as to the central bank to encourage startups, to encourage entrepreneurs. We have seen a number of companies going from a small or an early stage type of companies into going into internationally and bringing a number or multi-million type of dollars to the country, and it's a great pride. It's a very important contribution to the economy. We have a tremendous potential because the talents that we have, especially in the tech industry or the tech field, as well as in the handicrafts and the arts, I think that we have big potentials of taking those entrepreneurs, those startups, to the international market.
Yes, and speaking of the entrepreneurs and the possibilities and the opportunities that they are having right now under President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi, under his tenure in the past 5 or 6 years, in their sector. I was there yesterday on Saturday during the inauguration of President al-Sisi to the exhibition, the Turathuna or Our Heritage exhibition, and I conducted a couple of interviews with a number of designers and exhibitors at the Turathuna exhibition or Our Heritage. So let's see one of them. On the sidelines of the inauguration of President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi to the Turathuna or Our Heritage exhibition at the 5th Settlement or the EEIC. I'm honored to be having with me today on Nile TV International one of the exhibitors today at the exhibition, Mrs. Nirvana Azmi. Thank you very much for being with us today on Nile TV International. First of all, how do you see the importance of President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi being here today and inaugurating the exhibition himself?
Really, it's a very good sign because I was here last year and he's trying to let us to import. They are helping us in too many things, in machines and everything.
You've been here last year. What is the difference between both years? What is the progress that you have seen between 2019 and 2020?
Sure, because of COVID, it's a little bit different, but I think it will work like last year.
The main thing or the main theme of the exhibition, of course, is being Egyptian, the Egyptian identity, the Egyptian culture and the handmade products. Where do you inspire your products from?
I'm a designer. I design it by myself. I love the colors, the design, so it's all my designs. And I already have a shop and I put my stuff and I import to Saudi Arabia, to Paris, to Kuwait, to Bahrain.
Of course, we do see one of the slogans for this exhibition this year is to be shopping safely according to the restrictions for the COVID-19 or the coronavirus pandemic. Yes. How do you see the coronavirus pandemic affecting the shopping season, for instance, in Egypt in general and this exhibition?
Yes. I don't know yet this exhibition, but it's really affecting, of course, the market. It's getting too slow. There's no tourism, nothing, so it's really, really slow.
Welcome back. So, Engineer Mohamed Kamel Morsi, how did you see the response or the interaction of the designers and the exhibitors there at the exhibition?
I think it's clear that they are very happy of the inauguration by President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi.
Yes.
And I think that they can see or they can feel the effort that the government is doing and the support that they are getting to really help their business, especially in this tough times.
The designer or the exhibitor, Mrs. Nirvana Azmi, she spoke about the job opportunities or the economy in general in Egypt and in the world has been affected by the COVID-19 pandemic.
Definitely.
How did you see the response of the Egyptian government under the political leadership of President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi to be supporting the Egyptian economy at those tough times globally?
I think it's the one message that I would take is what the Prime Minister have mentioned today, that very few countries in the world,
yes,
or single-handed number of countries in the world are having a growth this year. With the level of growth that the Egyptian economy is maintaining even during these tough times,
yes,
is a real measure or is a clear indicator that the Egyptian economy is going in the right direction, that the government have taken the tough decisions, nevertheless have maintained a growing economy, which is, in my opinion, is a very, very tough challenge in this year, I would say.
Yes, but this is, we can say, we are reaping the fruits that we have been sowing as through the reform program for the economy. How would you assess the success of the economic reform program that was undertaken here in the country in the past years?
I think we did a very important effort. The reform program that Egypt have taken is the tough road. It was not the easy way. It was the tough road. Tough decision has been made, and I think that this year shows the resilience of the Egyptian economy and the importance of the strong state. I think those are the key messages that we are seeing out of this year's crisis or this year's medical crisis.
Yes, before heading to the other interview that I conducted yesterday, I would be liking to ask you about the finance, the support financially of the agency for the small and micro and the SMEs, for example, the small and medium and the micro enterprises here in Egypt. About $2.8 billion have been pumped in the first half of 2019 for the small and medium enterprises here in Egypt. How do you see the importance of this sum of money at this particular timing?
So it's a clear message that the private sector is, especially the small companies, is a very important piece of and a cornerstone in the Egyptian economy. The importance of this sector plays a big role in job creation, plays a huge role in the growth of the country, and the President Sisi and the government is seeing this importance and doing the best effort for growing that sector, I would say.
Yes, and speaking of this sector, we will be having another representative to it in the upcoming interview from the EIEC at the 5th settlement and the events of the inauguration of President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi to the Our Heritage exhibition. So let's see it. On the sidelines of the inauguration of President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi to the Turathuna or Our Heritage in Egypt exhibition or symposium, we are today honored to be having with us on Nile TV International Mrs. Manal Nofel, one of the exhibitors today at the EEIC and the Our Heritage exhibition here at the 5th settlement. Thank you very much for being with us today on Nile TV International.
I'm very proud to be with you. Thank you very much.
Thank you once again. first of all, the importance of President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi himself inaugurating such an exhibition that asserts the Egyptian identity and the Egyptian culture. How do you see it?
Actually, the presence of President Sisi to this exhibition is a great support to all the handicrafts industry. I call it industry because it is an industry that this is the main issue, that the economy is the small business is the backbone of any economy here in Egypt. And we are very proud to be part of this. And I'm really, this is my second participation in Turatna. Last year it was here also in the same place. This year also, as you see, it's great, and more exhibitors just joined, and I hope next time Turatna will go internationally, inshallah.
Yes, the key word here is support. How do you see the support of the political leadership in terms of campaigning and advertising, and even financially through the apparatus, the Egyptian apparatus for the small and medium enterprises, for such an exhibition and such an idea for the Egyptian culture and identity?
I call it's a very important step. For this support itself is, as you have mentioned, it's politically, not politically, I mean supporting everything in the industry. The presence of the president here today make everybody feel that this is an important, and they are all coming to see what the president have seen, although he is very busy now, and it's a kind of corona going on and all that, but the measurements and the social distance is being taken care of, and even everything is taken care of. And I'm saying come and shop safely, please, and support the small business, and come and enjoy the Egyptian industry and the Egyptian products. We all have to come and support the Egyptian industry, and Egyptian products are really amazing, and they have to come and see the Turath in the modern way. I call it, for me, myself, my jewelry, I just care very much that the identity, the Egyptian identity, have to be in each and every piece I'm making. And the heritage and the art, we are the pharaonic art. We are the sons and daughters of pharaonic arts. And so we are, for me, I'm taking care that whoever sees this piece, he will see that it is an Egyptian thing. And Arabic calligraphy, it's amazing, and you can see that it is very rich thing. So we are taking advantage to be Egyptians, and very proud to be Egyptian. Thank you.
You've been in this industry for about 9 or 8 years, and how do you see the difference between the support you've seen under the tenure of President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi and before that, and more specifically the difference or the progress witnessed between 2019 and 2020?
The bigger, it's been the advertisement is very nice, and been taken care of. The care we are taking is very much and very obvious this year, and also every sector in the government is trying to present something to support. For example, the visa machine, they're just doing it for everybody, and this is very important step, so that we are encouraging not to use the cash in all our dealings with each other. So this is a very good step, and I'm really proud and to be here and there. Thank you.
Mrs. Mohamed. Welcome back. So one of the key words that we have seen in the past interview is to be supporting the small businesses, especially during the times of the coronavirus pandemic, not just in Egypt, but in the whole world. How did you see the initiatives made by the government under the leadership of President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi to be increasing the local consumption?
I think it's, you're talking about the exhibition or in general?
In general.
No, I think that I would say that the availing the products
Yes.
was a great success. So we did not see running to stores or running to supermarkets like we have seen in other countries. So having a stability of the supplies is a great success. In my opinion, this is a great, in my opinion, it's a big challenge, and it was done in a successful way. And we, throughout the COVID period, we did not have a problem of either medical supplies, food supplies, or any of supplies in general, I would say.
Yes, we did see a number of exhibitors or organizers or even people attending the exhibition are mostly women. And we did see in the past week President Al-Sisi always speaking about the women and the gender equality and the women empowerment here in the country. He always speaks about and asserts this important issue. How do you see the importance of women in the society, and especially the gender equality and the women empowerment under President Al-Sisi?
I think that President Sisi is clear in the message that the women represents half of the society, and the equal opportunities to men and women is a very clear message from the president. And we have seen a number of key positions in the country held by women.
Yes.
I will not talk about ministers, but we have seen first governor, we have seen a number of key positions handled by or led by women. I would say our Egyptians are in general, we have a lot of talents, and a lot of talents in women and in men as well. And we have seen great success of women internally and internationally as well. So I think that the president is supporting this in a big way, and we have seen it in a clear manner in the government side. Inaugurating the exhibition and having the opportunity for all the artists, especially from the women's side, is also another clear support to the women in Egypt.
Yes, under the leadership of President Al-Sisi, we did see new cities being built, a new capital is being built, in cooperation, of course, with different entities from all over the world, building new roads and bridges and connecting the whole of Egypt to itself once again. How do you see the progress in terms of the economy, in terms of infrastructure in general under the tenure of President Al-Sisi now?
I think it's the president have clearly stated the importance of building the infrastructure of Egypt. We have seen as the number 4 trillion Egyptian pounds that have been put in infrastructure, and this number is significantly big, and it is needed and done in the right places. I think with the increase of population that we are seeing today, 100 million Egyptians, if we have seen that this number is 35 million more than in 2000, definitely we need to increase the number of infrastructure, the number of housing, the number of roads, and all the stuff. I think that the president and the government are working very hard. I think that the level of achievement in the last 6 years is unbelievable. I think it really exceeds the expectation. I think that we have seen a huge improvement in the roads. We have seen new cities that are coming. We have seen electricity and an excess in capacity in electricity. As the Prime Minister has been talking today, the number of schools that are coming on every year, we're talking about 56,000 schools in Egypt. We're talking about a huge number of universities with 3 million Egyptians, youth in universities today in Egypt. I think this whole infrastructure is very important to the growth of our country.
Speaking of the infrastructure, speaking of the economy, and speaking of security and stability in Egypt, we have to speak about the Egyptian army in the month of October, more specifically, to be ending on a victorious note. How do you see the efforts of the Egyptian armed forces historically and nowadays, as President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi asserted today, that the Egyptian army is regaining stability and security, not just in Egypt, but in the region, and at the same time helping with development of the country?
I think being or talking in the month of October is a great pride.
Yes.
Our army is our family. We have fathers, brothers within the army,
yes.
And it's a great pride for us, the great achievements that they have done in 73 in 6th of October, the great sacrifice of and the great effort of regaining back our country. And I think that the role of the army today is as significant, as important as a real supporter to the infrastructure and the growth of the economy in Egypt, as well, or before that, is making sure that we have our state well defended, and we are defending our country. In the same time, is really building on our international position, I would say.
Yes, Engineer Mohamed Kamel Morsi, Development Planning Expert. Thank you very much for being with us today on Nile TV International and the Daily Debate.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
And this brings us to the end of the Daily Debate for tonight. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.